Hey, it's Rich. Welcome back to the studio. This is the first video that I'm going to be posting on my Ko-fi account, and it's going to be behind a paywall, and it will probably be uploaded to YouTube at a later time. Um, Really depends on a few factors. I'm not really sure what. I want it to be behind the paywall for a certain amount of time. But anyway, I'm getting into this drawing already. This is a sketch we did on one of my female anatomy live streams, and I put my light box under it. I'm transferring it to a 9x12 it's mixed media paper, Strathmore. I love the mixed media paper. It's smooth, handles ink great, and it's fun to draw on with pencil too. Just having a heavier, smooth paper just changes the way you draw. So I'm turning this into Chun-Li, doing a high kick. And Chun-Li is one of my favorite characters. I love Street Fighter. I love Capcom, particularly the Street Fighter franchise, though. And I'm going to be using Chun-Li in not her typical costume. I don't even know what this is. It's some sort of kung fu costume. Almost looks like she has like dancing ballet shoes, but with the yoga pants wrapped under the foot. And I'm pretty sure it's some sort of kung fu or athletic martial arts gear. I really love the pose. For the stream, we were looking at reference images on Pinterest. And if you happen to find the stream, you can go to it and look in the chat. I post links to all the images that I used. I actually got a comment somewhere, I think it was on one of my community posts, that said, I don't know if he was like recommending something or asking or telling me, but he was like, trace images, use blocks and stuff. And my initial reaction to that is no. I'm at this point, I am really against tracing. Unless it's for a specific purpose, learning a specific thing. Nothing wrong with tracing to learn. And in this case, I was learning, but in this case, I'm also training my eye. This is a big thing that I'm on now is not tracing, but training my eye and training my hand to draw what my eye sees. There's a whole section of being an artist where it's just about training your eye to see the details. And college art classes where like you have to draw people, real people, is a big deal, I think. Bigger than I thought at the time. Because you have to learn how big things are in relation to other things, the proportions, and where things are lining up. Specifically, like if you took a picture and overlaid a grid, when I was drawing this, I was looking at where the foot was compared to the head. How close, how far away. Was it above the eyes, below the eyes, when I lined them up? These kind of details are important to the overall figure and how it looks. And I want to train my eye to be able to look at reference and translate that to paper. So it looks like I got all the pencil work done, and I'm going into inking. I don't usually use a pen. I prefer inking with a brush or brush pens. But this is a really good black liner by Pacific Arc. It's a 0.3. And not all the details are in, but most of them are in. I'm going to be doing speed lines on the foot. It's going to look awesome when I'm done. And I'm changing where the ribbons are on her hair ribbons just a little bit. Just a little bit. My pencils are just like they're not a strict, strict rules that I have to adhere to. They're just more like recommendations. But I really like having them nailed down as much as I can. Because I don't feel super confident when it comes to inking. Just going off the top of my head and relying on my own memory of details on where they should be, especially on a pose like this. I don't feel super confident with like the perspective, well, the forced perspective, you know. Anyway. Thank you for watching this video, coming onto my Ko-fi account and donating a little bit of money. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Just trying to create some content here that people will find useful and helpful in their own artistic journeys. We're all on like a artistic path going somewhere, and hopefully I can help you guys like navigate that and overcome some of the hurdles that I had to go over, you know. Oh, here I am doing the speed lines. Lots of fun. Don't wait to start learning speed lines, by the way. I feel like I'm just getting into speed lines and figuring out how they work, and I've been drawing for way too long. I feel like I spent years in like an artistic and creative rut where I just drew heads over and over again. Because art is a skill that either you're using it or you're losing it. So you have to maintain it by keep on drawing. So I kept drawing, but it was just like boring head poses, boring people poses, just standing straight at you. So my skill was maintained, but it was not going up. For years I did that, for years. So constantly push yourself and have a plan. Have like an artistic plan and path. Almost like a workout plan. You gotta have like a workout or artistic plan and goals and like a curriculum. So, and it doesn't have to be strictly educational, and you don't have to adhere to it like a job schedule, because it's your life. I mean, you do what you want. You also need to do what keeps you happy and interested in this. So have that in mind too. I was really happy with the speed lines on that foot. I'm still not done. There's going to be more added to it. So I'm going to be changing the shape of the leg. It just wasn't forced enough. I didn't think the perspective was right on that. Because we're viewing it from so much higher up, that wasn't right. I had to change it. So one of my favorite manga artists, his name is O Great, like it's O-H, exclamation point, great. And he did Tenjo Tenge and Air Gear and Bakemonogatari, or whatever the hell those new ones are called. I have not read them. But Air Gear and Tenjo Tenge, I'm very familiar with, because like they hit just when I was in like high school, and they really hit on like a lot of those teenager like levels. So with awesome action, awesome art, and Ichi like really like inspired me creatively. And I just recently came back to Air Gear because it's on Hulu. And man, that's amazing art. Absolutely amazing. Got my creative juices flowing again. It's weird how things from a certain period in your life like will constantly bring you back into a creative mind. Yep, and then I'm doing the hand. That's going back behind the leg. I don't have a whole lot of artistic advice here. Do silhouette lines, a little thicker than detail lines. That'll help lock in the figure. And move very quickly with the speed lines. Make sure they're all going in the same direction, but move very quickly. Try to keep it straight. No other way to say it. Just try to keep them straight. And that might take like just practice, training your hand. For shorter lines, obviously you can flick your wrist for the longer lines, flick from the elbow, and that'll help. And here I am going with a brush pen, just making those silhouette lines a little bolder. A little bolder. And I might do more with this. I might add in like some digital screen tones or colors later on at another point. But I wanted to record this and share it with you guys here on Ko-fi. I think that's really all the input I got for now. I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me in the studio. And I'll just let this play out. Thank you.